Welcome back to San Antonio Living. Our 10 Days of Giving continues with an organization that is empowering a community of positive change and equipping the population with the resources to do so.
These San Antonio police records right here show that officers have been called to the Spring Hill apartment complex more than 180 times just this year.
She's watched the news coverage like so many in San Antonio.
This was all set into motion after 18-year-old Quentin Jones was shot and killed after a fight broke out in the apartment complex in August.
But on this day, it was this story and the pain of others like it that compelled Toya Taylor to take action.
And I knew then that there was a need in this community and that someone had to step up and make the difference.
Following the murder of Quentin Jones, Pastor Toya organized a prayer walk at the Spring Hill Apartments, the first attempt to bring healing to a community plagued by negative headlines.
And I'm glad that that day that I was watching the TV, that I listened to the voice of God and moved, because now several lives have been changed just because of this one movement.
I'd like to talk about some of the issues that I had with my family when I was growing up and afterwards while I was in the military.
This movement, inside a small space at Spring Hill, is making a big impact one person at a time.
We must still love our neighbor. We still must reach out to her.
Made up of giving volunteers, L Taylor Ministries lends a hand to neighbors in need, helping with everything from food and clothing donations, job leads, document help, and spiritual guidance, as well as organized events and Bible study groups.
To meet them, let them know that we're here.
In an effort to build relationships, empower residents, and make the community safer.
Most people get up and check their phones. I get up to make sure my gun was on the side of me.
Richard Rodriguez has lived in this neighborhood all his life and admits at one point he didn't know from day to day if he would live or die.
Growing up, my mother would tell me to be a preacher, and I'd be like, Mom, I'm not no preacher, I'm a gangster. But being a gangster ain't what's up. It's no longer what's up. It's never really been what's up.
But months ago, Richard's life would change after one of his friends was killed in a drive-by shooting.
A pregnant 16-year-old who was killed in a drive-by shooting last week was laid to rest today. Kiana James's funeral service was held at Greater Tremont Temple Baptist Church.
Following that tragedy, Richard says he expected more of the same.
I hated hollow words. I hated to hear, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to start canvassing the area, and nothing was ever done.
But that all changed when Richard met Pastor Toya.
And she didn't send hollow words. She actually stuck her hand out versus sympathy, she did empathy.
Since L Taylor Ministries, Richard says he's changed his life for the better and is empowered to motivate his community to do the same.
They're seeing change. I believe that they know that there's a better way.
I enjoy helping people now. Like before this, I wouldn't want to help nobody per se. I mean, I lend a small lending hand, but now I want to because I took so much from my neighborhood. I honestly feel like using my brightness and my leadership to guide a lot of people out of that.
I've never had an apartment that was so much into helping the community.
Andrew Sabater has been living here for just a few months, and he already calls his neighbors friends, joining this campaign of positive change he hopes spreads at Spring Hill and beyond.
And knowing that this is the first beginning of the new movement is very empowering, not only to the older generation, but us, the younger generation, because it brings us hope. That this is the door that needed to be opened, that has been opened.
And until you know that there is people that will actually stand with you, until you know that there's people that will rally with you and that will push you to be more than what your current situation is, I mean, relationship is everything. And we've built several relationships here that have impacted us not just today, but for a lifetime.
And those residents we spoke to say they not only feel empowered, but they also feel their neighborhood is becoming safer too. And we have to give you all the information for L Taylor Ministries. What a great cause. You can email her at toya@tltaylorministries.com. Find out more information at tltaylorministries.com. And there's their phone number, 846-8692. Now you can help them and 9 other charities by donating in the 10 days of giving. Log on to our website for more information, and we want to send a special thanks to our friends at Bohannon's for matching your donations up to $10. And still to come on San Antonio Living, the important information you need to know if you're going through a divorce. That's next.